Hi everyone, welcome to College Entrance Exam Review Series. In this tutorial series, we are going to answer questions about basic algebra and arithmetic with some explanation. This will be part 1 of 10 topics, and this topic is under math- mathematical numbers. So let's start. Question number 1. Which of the following is a whole number? When we say whole number, It it is all the counting numbers plus zero. So meaning numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth plus zero are considered whole numbers. If we're going to see each example, A is not a counting number because 2.5 is not a counting number. At first glance, you can see that letter B is a fraction, but we could express B in a whole number. That is 6 divided by 3, or 2. Letter C is a fraction, therefore it is not a number, a whole number. Letter D is a square root of 3. This is a non-terminating and non-repeating decimal, or it is called an irrational number. Therefore, it is not also a whole number. So the correct answer is letter B. For number 2, which of the following does not belong to the group? At first glance, you can see that B and D has a negative number inside the root sign. We can say that this negative number makes them irrational number. On letter A, there's a combination of a whole number and there's a letter I. This letter I is equal to square root of negative 1. Also an irrational number. But because we have 6 here, we can consider this as a complex number. Among the choices, letter C is the only, sorry, is the only number that is a real number. So because it has a positive value of number inside the square right? So the correct answer here is letter C. On number 3, when A is equal to 8, B is equal to 2, what is which of the following is a full number? First, let's try to substitute the value 8 and 2 with A and B. So let's start with now letter A. 1 over 8 plus 2. This is 1 over 10. On letter B, we have 8 because 8 is the value of A and B, 8 is the value of B, over 2, so this is 4. And letter C, we have 8 minus 2 over 8 plus 2. This will become 6 over 10. If we're going to simplify it, it will become 3 over 5. On letter D, we have 2 over 8. If we simplify this, we can get 1 over 4. Among the following numbers, only 4 is a counting number. So the answer is letter. Because 4 is counting number, this is a whole number. So number 4, x over 24, x over 24 is equal to 0.375. Is equal to 0.375. So let's find the value of x. First, let's write first the equation we have. X is equal to over 24 is equal to 0.375. Now to get the value of x, it would be easy for us to change this one into a fraction. So that is 0.375. Let's just move this by 3 so we could get 375 over 1000 as a fraction. So we could simplify this by dividing both sides by 125 and we can get 3 over 8 as our simply as our reduced to lowest term fraction. So we have x over 24 is equal to 3 over 8. So to get the value of let's multiply both sides by 24 and 8. So 24 and 8 so that we could eliminate the denominator. So cancel 24. So 8 times x is 8x. Cancel 8. Um, 24 times 3 is equal to 72. Now we have the equation 8x is equal to 72. Now to eliminate the 8 here, we need to divide both sides by 8. Cancel this, then x is equal to 9. Because 9 times 8 is equal to 70. So therefore, our answer would be letter A. So that is the value of x. Number 5. Which of the following is a rational number? Now, when you say rational number, on a number system, rational number are numbers that can be expressed as a ratio of two integers. Now, what are the integers? Integers are whole numbers, meaning from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. 0 plus the counting numbers. And other numbers are less than 0. That is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so forth. So let's check each choices so we can know which of the following is a rational number. Okay, on letter A, we could see that the square root of this one has answer or simplified as 2. The square root of 4 is equal to 2 over 5. So this is an integer and this is also an integer. So therefore, we can consider that A is a rational number. Now let's see other other choices. We cannot simplify 2 as an integer, so therefore this is an irrational number. Same as well with the square root of 3. And letter D, the case is we could rewrite this as a square root of 1 over square root of 6. Though we can simplify square root of 1 as 1, but we cannot simplify square root of 6 as a ratio of two numbers. So therefore, this is not a rational number. This is a irrational number. So the answer is letter A. Now let's go to number 6. Which of the following is not a true statement? Now let's check each statement and see if it is true or not. Letter A, every even number is divisible by 2. So this is correct. If it is an even number, then it is divisible by 2 because all even numbers are multiples of 2. Every number divisible by 2 is an even number. So this is also correct. Letter C, every number not divisible by 2. So if it is not divisible by 2, then it is odd. But it says here, every number not divisible by 2 is not odd number. So if it is not divisible by 2, it should be an odd number. But it says here that it is not. So therefore, this is incorrect. On letter D, every odd number is not an even number. This is also correct. So the answer for this, or which of the following statement is not true, the answer is number 7. If set A, if set A has an element of 1, 3, 5, 7. Set B has an element of 5, 7, 9, 11. Set C has 3, 6, 9. Find the union of the intersection of A and B and C. So at first glance, you can see that this is a difficult problem, but it's really not. All we need to do first is to find the intersection of A and B. When we say intersection, it is, if we illustrate in a Venn diagram set A, and this is A, and set B. Set B. The intersection are the number that set A has and set B also has. So in this case, if we write letter A, we have 1, 3, 5, and 7. And set B, we have 5, 7, 9, 11. Now, if it is an intersection, what are the numbers that we can see on both set? In this case, we can see 5 and 7 on both set. So therefore, the intersection of this, you can write this A intersect B is equal to 5 and 7. So that's the intersection. Now we're not done yet. Since we have the value for the intersection of A and B, now what is the union of the intersection of A and B and C? When we say union, this if we're going to put this in a Venn diagram. So this is the intersection of A and B. This is C. The union are the combined elements of the intersection of A and B and C. So meaning we will combine this to this. So there's no number that has that intersects between the two. So if we're going to list all the numbers, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 5, 7. So these are the numbers of A. Now let's try to rearrange it uh, from lowest to highest. We have 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12, and that is letter A. That is the answer for number 7. Number 8. If A if A dollar sign B is equal to A times B minus quantity A plus B, what is $3 quantity dollar one $3 quantity $2 one? It's somehow confusing at first, but this is a made up operation. So that's why we use dollar sign. When we use this made up operation, it says that if you encounter this, all you have to do is to do this equation, is to do this process. So if we have a problem that $8 so all you need to do to find the answer for this is to use this use this expression to answer this. So now let's try to answer it. Here, we ask what is the value of $3 sign this. But since this is another operation, we need to first to solve $2 one. Again, to solve this, all we have to do is to do this. So let's try to do this in $2 one. So our A here is 2. So 2 multiplied by 1 minus quantity 2 plus 1. So if we're going to simplify that's $2 one minus 3. So we have $2 one minus 3. Now let's do multiplication first. So we have 2 times 1 is 2 minus 3. So we have negative 1. So this will be our answer for this. So since this is negative 1, we could now solve for this. So we have $3 sign negative 1. Again, all we have to do is to follow this expression to answer. We have 3 times multiply negative 1 minus, let me erase this first. So it is $3 negative 1. That is 3 multiplied by negative 1 minus 3 plus, let's say it first, 3, what is letter A? 3 plus negative 1. Okay, that's it. 3 plus negative 1. So we have 3 multiplied by negative 1 minus, this will become 2. So we have 3 multiplied by negative 1 minus 2. So 3 multiplied by negative 1, we have negative 3 minus 2. Then the answer is negative 5. So the value of this is negative 5. So this is negative 5. That is letter A. Number 9. So this is an easy problem. All you have to do is to concentrate and do the PEMDAS. So 5 multiplied by 6 plus 2 minus 8 divided by 2 plus 4 multiplied by 2. So it equal to what? So let's do this first. So we can get 30 plus 2 minus 8 divided by 2 plus 4 times 2 is 8. So we don't know the answer. So this is 32 minus 8 divided by 2 plus 8 equals. So let's do this first. So let's divide them. So we have 32 minus 4 plus 8 is equal to unknown. So we don't know yet the answer for that. So we have 32 minus 4 is 28 plus 8. So 28 plus 8 is equal to 36. So the answer is letter C, 36. Last number for part 1 of 10 is which of the following will give you an integer when you solve. So let's solve each one and let's see which of the following will give us an integer. Let's try letter A first. We have 4 plus 5 multiplied by 2 divided by 4. 4 plus 5 is 4 plus 5 is 9 multiplied by 2 divided by 4. 9 plus 9 multiplied by 2 is 18. Now 18 divided by 4 is equal to 4.5. So A is not an integer. It's a decimal. So let's try letter B. So letter B, we have 5 minus 8 is negative 3 over 3 plus, this is 3 plus 1 is 4 multiplied by 2, that would be 8. Then 3 minus 7 is negative negative 4. So this one is negative 1 plus negative 2. So the answer for this is negative 3. Now negative 3 is an integer. So therefore B is correct. Now let's try letter C and D. If maybe there are two answers for this, or maybe there are some correction. So this is 12% of 160. So that is 0.12 again, sorry, 0.12 multiplied by 160. And the answer for this is the answer for this is, let me see it first. Let's use calculator to answer this. So 0.12 times 160. The answer is 19.2. So we have the answer of 19.2. So this is not an integer. On letter D, let's try to solve this first. So 54 times 3 is 57. So we have 3 halves of 57 plus 5. So 3 halves of 57 is 3 halves of 57 is 85.5 plus 5. So that is 90.5. So therefore this is not an integer. So the answer is letter B. Now thank you for staying up to the end. Hope that this review could help you. Now on the next lesson we're going to tackle about real number system. So keep on watching, keep on reviewing, and I know that you can do it, and you'll eventually pass your college entrance exam. So that's all for today. Bye.